Hello, welcome to another edition of Bisa Football Atitonishola. Well, it's another weekend again, and that means one thing. League football is back, and yes, there are many games in all the top leagues in Europe, but our focus today will be in Italy and Spain, because in England, the biggest game is supposed to be the London derby between Arsenal and Chelsea, but due to Chelsea's participation at the FIFA Club World Cup, they will not be playing this weekend against Arsenal. The game has been postponed. Chelsea, they struggled to a 1-0 victory over Al Hilal. That's where John Jude Gallo plays for, and they'll be taking up Palmeiras in the final of the FIFA Club World Cup. They lost the last time they were here. They would love to win this time, but our focus, first up, let's move to Spain, where Real Madrid will be going away to take on Villarreal at the El Madrigal. That will definitely be an interesting time. Both sides have a long history, but Real Madrid have a healthy record against these two sides. Remember, the New Year game, Real Madrid couldn't win their match, but they've stepped up step by step, especially the La Liga. And last week, a narrow 1-0 victory over Granada, which was key for them. But Villarreal, on the other hand, picked up a vital 3 points away to Real Betis, who are doing so well this season. So it will definitely be an interesting encounter, be an interesting time. It is yet to be confirmed if Karim Benzema will be fit enough to play this game. But whatever happens, just like Real Madrid survived the last game, I think they will do enough to survive this game against Villarreal. And to the other game in Spain, the Barcelona derby. Barcelona away to Espanyol. It's before now, you could say this is always a close encounter where both sides will fight hard, but in years, I think it's been all about Barcelona. Since 2007 or 8, Barcelona have lost just one match to Espanyol. It shows how domineering they've been against their local rivals. Yes, Barcelona have been inconsistent this season. I don't believe much in their win against Atletico Madrid, because Atleti are also very poor, but I doubt if Espanyol will be good enough to stop them. In the first leg, they were this close to getting a win in that game, but fortunately, Barcelona's superiority still showed. I think it will continue for this weekend. And in Italy, there's a big game between Atalanta versus Juventus. Beforehand, Atalanta's game is always about how many goals will be scored, but in recent form, it's not been the same. And Juventus look to be grinding out results step by step. People have lost focus on Juventus, and now they are just 8 points adrift to the top of the table. I've said it before, if Juventus should win the Scudetto this season, every team in Serie A should be flogged. Yes, because the way they started so poor, their worst start in about 60 years, and now they are just 8 points behind top leaders Inter Milan. I think it will be a good win for them. I don't think they are losing this weekend to Atalanta. Yes, they struggled a bit against top oppositions, but I think they will do enough to pick up 3 points away to Atalanta. And to the biggest game in Italy, that's Napoli versus Inter Milan at the Diego Armando Maradona Stadium. Last weekend, Inter Milan lost the derby della Madonnina at home. They were the host. I was surprised. I thought maybe the best Milan could get in that game was a draw, but they showed why they are superior on the night thanks to Olivier Giroud. Now, Inter Milan have to win. They must win. If they lose this game to Napoli, they could drop to third. If AC Milan win theirs, it means AC will be second, Napoli will be first. So Inter Milan know they must win this game to push others behind them, because a loss for them means the league is wide open. If they lose this game and Juventus win, Juventus close the gap to 5, Inter Milan drop to third behind AC and Napoli. This is definitely going to be an interesting encounter. You can easily say, well, Inter Milan beforehand should be a straight win, because before losing the derby match, their last loss was against Lazio as far back as October. Now they've lost a game. I don't think they want to lose back-to-back. Napoli look to be back in form. Victor Osimhen is back in the fold. So it will be an interesting time. Inter Milan, they are unbeaten in, I think, the last 5 games against Napoli. Similar to Atalanta Juventus. Atalanta won the last 2 games they've played. But before then, they didn't win a game against Juventus in about 25 encounters. So similar to Inter Napoli. Napoli have a poor record in recent time against Inter Milan. Even overall in their history, Inter Milan have the superiority based on head-to-head. But on the day, at home, I don't think Napoli are losing. The best I feel Inter can get here will be a draw. And a draw might not be enough, because if they play a draw and AC Milan wins, AC Milan go top of the table. This Serie A this season have been back and forth. We've seen Napoli at the top, we've seen AC Milan at the top, now it's Inter Milan. This weekend, we will have a way of shifting the outcome of the Serie A. But let's see what happens. For me, I think I'll give the win to Napoli or a draw. For the other game, I think Juventus will do enough to win. And to the big games in Spain, I think Barcelona should head the local derby, and Real Madrid should do enough to nick all 3 points against Villarreal. Thank you very much, guys, for listening to today's edition. Please like, share, and subscribe. Subscribe, it is very important. Subscription is free. You don't have to pay any amount. Just click the key subscribe. Thank you very much, guys, for tuning in. Till we come here another time, have a beautiful weekend. Goodbye.